G'day folks, at the end of a stinking hot November afternoon, I've snuck down to my local waterway to drown some worms and see if I can catch a fish.
Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing.
Right now, it is stinking hot. It's about 35 degrees today. I am sweating like a pig. Getting into this spot was an absolute marathon effort. I was carrying a chair, a bucket, a backpack, fishing rods and a landing net through phalaris grass higher than me. I had to prune some bloody branches and bushes to get through. It was a nightmare. But I'm here now. I'm covered in aerogard. The river's still a bit high, but I'm going to put some worms in and see if I can catch a fish. Righto folks, I've got two rods, both rigged up with a paternoster rig and two Jan Juck worms of goodness. This is one of the Robbie Alexander Signature Series sinkers that were made for me as a gift by Matty Furling and his sons. This is the number 3. This is quite a big heavy one because the current is quite strong. I'd like to cast further to the other side, but I think that the current's just going to cause issues if I do that. So I'll put it there and to see how that goes. This other one here, it's got the same sinker, the Matty Furling sinker, but it's just the number 1. It's a lot lighter, and that's why I put this one on the downstream side. The current time is 5:45, so I've got about 2.5, 2 3/4 hours. I can usually fish till around about 8:15 this time of the year. The last time I fished at this very spot, it was back in March with Loretta. It was late last summer or early autumn, just before the first COVID lockdown. Loretta lost a big carp just out here, and I actually caught a little yellow belly just out here. You may remember the video. This is the first time I've been back here since, and the first thing that I noticed was just how hard it is to get in here now. Just give me a little nibble on this worm here. I literally only just put it back in like not even 1 minute ago. I moved them. I had one over there and one over here, but I was sitting here doing this and I got sick of it. So I've moved them closer together so that I can keep an eye on them easier. It's a bite. Yeah, he spotted a fish. Oh, how did I miss that? That was a definite fish bite. It's a bite. I'll get him this time. Come on, take it. Got him. What have we got? I reckon it's either a yellow or a cod. It is it's an out of season Murray cod. There we go, a nice little Murray cod, about 40 centimetres long. See how I mate. Rightio, I've rebaited with 2 more Jan Juck worms, and I'll just chuck that straight back out there. Wasn't that far, about there I reckon. I just reviewed that footage on my GoPro of that cod that I just caught. It looked very hazy, very dreamy. I'm not sure whether it's because I'm looking at 2 suns, one in the air and one in the water, or whether it's because maybe I might have got a bit of aerogard on my GoPro, but I've just given it a wipe, so hopefully the image quality clears up a little bit now. Oh, that was a decent bite. It's had a real good bite. He's still there. Oh, I missed him. Jeez, how did I miss that? That was another really good bite. Big boil just here. Something just swirled. I wonder if either the fish that I missed the hook up not 2 minutes ago, I wonder if that fish followed the sinker and the bait in, or whether a carp just came and swam close to the bank and saw me. Whatever it was, there was something big that just swirled us there like a big boil of water. Here we go, here's a bite. Take it, take it, take it, take it. It's still there. It's a bit of a carpy-ish bite. Gonna get this fish. Oh, how did I miss that? I didn't miss it, I've got him. What the hell happened there? It's another goo-doo. I don't know what happened there. I set the hook, I thought I missed him. Come here, buddy. Come here. He could get off, which won't matter, because he's only just hooked under the bottom lip there. Come here, mate. Wow. Come on, mate. Come on. Come on. Well, it's a bit of a carpy bite, that one. I was hoping I might catch a carp. Here we go. He'll be easy to unhook. Done. Nice little Murray codger. He'd be nudging 50 centimetres. See you, buddy. Just like that, he's gone. No carp to speak of. A couple of times tonight there's been a big swirl of water right near the bank here. It's happened twice, and I suspect it might be a carp just coming and feeding around the edges of these weeds here. Right, I'll put this back out there where it was. It's about there somewhere, I think. You should hear the sand in this reel. You can hear it grinding and crunching. That's why you don't ever need to spend big dollars to go bait fishing, because you're getting mud and sand and dirt in the reels. Right folks, now just to be clear, I'm not actually targeting Murray cod. I think you all know that. If I was, I would absolutely be casting a surface lure in front of that scum layer over there, or that scum layer down there, or a diving lure in amongst all these snags up here. But I'm not. I'm happy hooking. I've caught yellow belly here before. Brett Corker got 2 in one night just down around the bend there a couple of years ago. We did get the odd yellow belly here, and I've caught plenty of carp here. I already lost a big one here back in March, so I'm just happy hooking, hoping to catch anything. Just so happens that tonight it's been 2 cod. Here we go, getting another bite now. This one's going to be a carp. They're all very carpish looking bites. Come on. Still there. Might hold me line this time. I don't do this often. Just feel the bite. There he goes. Feels carpy. Got him. Doesn't feel carpy now. It feels coddy again. Surely not 3 cod. Surely you haven't got the Murray cod hat trick. I bloody have, you know. Or is it a yellow? No. The Murray cod hat trick in the closed season, yay. As Tony Bennett once said, and I really like this saying, catching a cod in the closed season is a bit like having a hole in one on a practice match. It just doesn't count. Shit, my other rod. That's got a fish too. Cod, you go back in the water there. I'll put me, this one might be a carp, I think. It's fighting like a carp. This might be the carp I've been waiting for all night. There's something weird about that cod. I've unhooked him, but he's still hooked. I think he's got another hook in his mouth from maybe another angler or something. Gee whiz, this is going to town, whatever it is. I think it's another cod, and I think it's a very big one. I kind of hope not. The old black queen sat there all night without hardly a bite. When I say very big, I'm thinking maybe 60 centimetres or so. Not a metre fish. I'm really hoping that it's a carp. Wow. Once I get a look at it, this cod's, he's alright. He's got his head underwater there. He's not going anywhere. Might pick that up. Let him swim around. He might get off with a bit of luck. It might be a carp. It is a big old carp. Beauty. I was really worried that was a cod. It's one thing to catch small cod like this in the close season because they're not the spawners. But if this was a cod, it would be a spawner. So thankfully it's not a cod. Now that I know what it is, let's see if I can get this little bloke off. I'm not sure what's going on here because there's my hook and sinker, but he's still hooked. What are you hooked on, mate? I've got him unhooked, and yet he's still hooked on something. God damn, I'm in a hell of a mess. Alright mate, there you go buddy. I've broken the line off, he's got a hook in him, but it's not my hook because my hook's on here. That's really bizarre. Anyway, he's gone now. It's all happening, folks. I'm glad that while I was trying to unhook that little cod a minute ago, I'm really glad that I looked down here to see what this other rod was doing. Otherwise, it might have gone all Brett Corker on me and got pulled into the river, never to be seen again. Big, big, big. I got snagged over there earlier. I cast my line in and got snagged, and I broke the line and I lost my hook and sinker. I wonder if that's what that cod had in its mouth. I wonder if it grabbed my hook with the worms on it off the snag and got it stuck in its throat. That's pretty scary if that's happened, because imagine how many times we've been snagged and snapped the line over the years. I wonder how many fish have actually swallowed our hooks. Alright. Then again, there's certainly no shortage of fish in the river, so it can't be too much of a problem. Maybe it's just one of those freakish things. I've cast it out over there, I've got snagged, I've snapped the line. After I snapped it, a fish has then come along and said, worms, and grabbed it. And then got hooked without nobody knowing, because the line wasn't attached to a fishing rod. This fish is being very challenging at the moment. Come on, mate, I want to get my lines back in. That was bizarre. Here we go, into the net, into the net, into the net, straight in, swim in. Got him. Big, 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 big. Oh, gee whiz. Let's get him out for a look. There we have it, folks. Big, 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 big. That's a big carp. That's got to be nudging 70 centimetres. What an absolute donkey. Right, I'm just threading a couple more janjuck worms on here. To catch a Murray cod the size of that carp, well, that would be a definite spawner, a definite spawning fish. And I don't want to interrupt the spawning Murray cod in the closed season, and that's why I was happy to see it when it was a carp. There's no prize in catching a big cod in the closed season. They're easy to catch this time of year. They're vulnerable and they're easy, and there's just no prize in it. It's one thing to catch a big spawning cod in the closed season, but it's another thing to catch these real little ones. These ones, the other three that I've got over here, one of them may have been in his first year of spawning. He was around about that sort of 50 centimetre size, which is about where they are when they start spawning. But the other two were definite non-spawners. They were just too small and undersized. I'm not doing them any harm by catching them this time of the year. The hook that I broke off in the fish was the one that's on the line, because it's not there anymore. The one that I got out of his mouth is the one that must have been on the snag over there. This is just all too weird. Excuse me, it's definitely my hook. I was using a red hook. Right, I've just put two new janjuckies on here. I'll cast it back out. This is the rod that just caught that cod before. Now that was beyond weird. My brain is struggling to compute what actually happened. I've cast it out. I've got snagged. I've tried to get it off the snag. The line snapped. The hook and sinker stayed out there on the snag. At some point after that, a cod has then swam past, found that snagged hook and sinker, grabbed it and got the hook stuck in his mouth somehow. I don't know how. Right, that's one thing. But then not long after that, because that was only an hour ago that I got it snagged, not long after that, he's taken the worms that were attached to the end of my rod. So despite having a hook stuck in his mouth, he was still happy to continue feeding. This is just off the scale weird. This is just bizarre. Just giving a small bite here. How is it that all the action can come on the one rod, except for that one carp? Well, tonight, that's the cod rod and that's the carp rod. For one night only. Got him. I've got him. What have I got? Not a bloody, it's not a crayfish, is it? I reckon, oh, he got off. I reckon I was bringing in a crayfish then. I'm sure, I'm almost certain that I was bringing in a crayfish then. Here we go, getting a bite on the black queen. Got him. Have I got another carp? It's in the carp end of the hole. What have I got? It's fighting like a little cod though. It's another little cod. That's a trout cod this time. Is it, or a Murray? It's a trout cod. Now look at that. The endangered trout cod. These things are protected by a lot more than just the closed season. They're permanently off limits. Come on, buddy. I hold this one up. I haven't been holding the cod up, but I hold this one up just to show you. The trout cod's more of a bluey grey colour. He's got this stripe through the eye. His top jaw overhangs the bottom jaw, and he's got more of these sort of spots rather than mottles that the Murray cod have got. All right, mate, I'll get you one hooked and I'll get you back in. Yeah, beautiful little trout cod. See ya, buddy. Well, now I'll put this line back out there where it was. Oops, it's a bit big, I think. Oh, that'll do, near enough. Probably have to go home soon anyway. It's starting to get dark and I've got a hell of a walk back to the car. It's funny, ever since I got here, I've been dreading the walk back to the car because I know it's not going to be pleasant. Look at this, would you? I've just pulled this in to check the, it's a yellow belly. Would you look at that? I've caught a yellow belly. I kid you not, I just reeled this in. I thought I'll reel this in and just check the bait. And I've got this tiny weeny little yellow belly. Oh, don't go on the sand. There you go, mate. Lovely little fish. See you later, mate. So that's 4 species. Murray cod, trout cod, carp and yellow belly. And I reckon I lost the crayfish. It's all happening. It is all happening. What an epic little session. Only been here a couple of hours. Having a blast. Wow. I just caught 7 fish made up of 4 different species in about 2 hours. That is really cool. Thank you very much for watching.